Freaky Friday is intended for adults and is a show featuring adult conversations. Topics may vary, but are focused on human sexuality, fetish, and topics of intimate nature. Some may feel uncomfortable watching this show, and some topics may take you out of your comfort zone. We encourage everyone to stay and learn, as we hope this is an educational show, but stress that viewer discretion is advised. And vanilla warning. The flavors mentioned inside are different flavors of life. There will be mixing of flavors and toppings. Some of what is mentioned will require an open mind and deals with real desires and kinks. Vanilla discretion is advised. The season of fertility.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking about Barbara, which just came out there, and the fact that we're just ending season of fertility, believe it or not. We're almost in summer now. So let's get into it. Let me reintroduce myself. For those who don't know who I am, I'll remove our overlay. My name is Mr. Anderson. You can find me everywhere under Mr. Anderson. It's been a while since we did a Freaky Friday, and it's Friday the 13th. What better day? And the reason we went off air, by the way, was because we hit nothing but roadblocks in the shows that we were doing. The only place we seemed to be safe was YouTube for a while. Now, that was months ago. That was during the holiday season, so we decided to back off, and I'm revisiting it today. I have something with Barbara on. It's Friday the 13th. I figured let's sit down and have a conversation, see how this goes. If we actually don't get a lot of trouble and a lot of people making problems for us, we'll make this a monthly. I cannot see doing this weekly. There were too many haters for the weekly show. We're definitely we can try it as a monthly show. So we're going to give you as much of the kink we can in about 10 minutes. So this week, we're actually going to be focusing on my project as we welcome it back. And here it is, the Desire Index. And I'm just going to go over it for you, go over a few things. We'll play a video for it, all that good stuff. First, we'll just read the title. The Desire Index is a guide to helping playmates connect. A beginner's guide to the BDSM world that is educational and prompts playmates to communicate and explore their mutual desires and boundaries. Now, if you notice, I even have to say it in a different manner. I had to say it slower because, again, having this be part of who you are is considered taboo. It's still not accepted. We're supposed to be in this age of acceptance where we have to accept everyone for who they are. But this, whether you call it a community, a culture, I don't care what you call it, is not simply not accepted. That's the truth, not accepted. And the vanilla warnings, of course, me teasing the vanilla crowd respectfully. And don't worry, I even made a gift for you if you're vanilla and watching this. And I appreciate you sitting through this, believe it or not. The open-minded vanilla people are very important. This is really about learning how to connect with your playmates. And this is about consent. I did a video last night with Demon Phil, and we even talked about the fact that the vanilla community could benefit from something like this. Because let's be honest, most of the vanilla world is really, let me see what happens if I try to do this. You know what I mean? Let me try. I'm gonna try to stick this here. I'm gonna do this with that, and I'm gonna just try to do this. And a lot of things go wrong in a relationship because there's not honest and open conversation. For those of you who've been around a while, we even had the BDSM survey that actually allowed people to learn about each other. It had negotiation forms, tools for pain. It really was a really in-depth survey, but there were things that were put in there that maybe didn't belong in the survey because it was well before it, and then there were things in the survey itself that seemed overwhelming for new people. So that's why we're splitting it. Then the survey was always going to have a new version. So what we're doing is we're making and taking the best of the survey that really could benefit people earlier on in their journey through the self-exploration that this project actually helps you with. And it lets you sit down, it lets you understand things like your what is a dynamic and how do you make a dynamic work. It talks about literally the things that are red flags It gives you an idea of how to communicate with each other, and even gives you forms that you can sit down with someone to communicate your desires with them. So even if you're vanilla, this could benefit your relationship because you might like things as a taste, as a buffet. We even have the poo-poo platter of, the B, D, and we've done this a couple times in the video. You get where I'm going. So you can pick and choose what you want. Now, this is based on the project and part of the franchise Barbara Unleashed, which is a young woman's journey through the New York City underground. And we even had to make a misdirect cover, the first of its kind. I'm calling it a misdirect because it deliberately allows for people to carry this in public and not be outed. So I thought that's pretty cool to do. We have a mystery bag for people to read it. We even have a t-shirt on the campaign, but ultimately this is all about education. And believe it or not, it's actually going to be launching its own imprint, COMiX Unleashed. So the books that you're getting in this are somewhat rare and are going to be out of print because everything's going to be reprinted. Some may have new covers. There's going to be new banners, a couple of changes to the insides. So it's not that the book's being discontinued, it's being re-released. Now, here's the wonderful treat for the vanilla people. I made up something. The art's mine, and I got complimented when someone asked me, where did I take this from? They didn't believe I made it by myself, and that was kind of cool because I got to feel like someone thought I actually had some skill for a minute. So I actually can say that I'm an artist a few times in comic books now. So Vanilla Curiosity is a way of explaining the journey of a vanilla ice cone that's exposed to a hidden world that is more than just vanilla. And I thought that was a clever thing. I thought it was an enjoyable story. So far, everyone who's read it has loved it. And I've had people read it who are vanilla, who aren't vanilla, deliberately. And I did this to make everyone feel welcome. I don't want this to be exclusionary. I don't want anyone to feel like they have to be part of something or not part of something. This is a very inviting book. And you can get the story behind Barbara Unleashed if you'd like. And you can find out more about the creation of Barbara and the surveys part of it. Ultimately, this is a book for education. This is a book for self-exploration. This is a book that teaches you how badly that Shades of Color book, or Shades of Gray, I should say, book got it all wrong. Again, that should have been an SVU episode as opposed to an actual something to be taken seriously. And people got hurt, by the way, for actually trying some of the things in the book at home because you don't understand it. And this does give you understanding. And it allows you to explore who you are. So I'm pretty excited about it. You can find it by going to the Desire Index. And you can support it only through tomorrow evening. We're down to the last, I dare say, 30-some hours. And you can get the cover. You can get anything you want with this project that is available, including the Barbara Unleashed series. We have officially 35 hours to go at this point. So I'm going to play the video. I'm going to get out of your hair. I want to thank you all for tuning in. And this is the Vanilla Index. I mean, I should do the Vanilla Index, but no. This is the Desire Index.
Vanilla warning. The flavors mentioned inside are different flavors of life. There will be mixing of flavors and toppings. Some of what is mentioned will require an open mind and deals with real desires and kinks. Vanilla discretion is advised. The Desire Index is the next chapter of the Barbara Unleashed franchise and is the first official release from COMiX Unleashed, an imprint of Continuum Comics, where comic creations come to life to misbehave and push boundaries. With the season of fertility upon us, there's no better time than now for the Desire Index to educate yourself and learn more about your play partners with topics like what are munches, what are safe words, what are safe actions, what are action words, learn how to manage your expectations, learn about red flags to avoid, and even play a new game called Red Light, Green Light BDSM Edition. As stated, this is part of the Barbara